There's a report in the New York Times this week that is really disturbing. There's a whisper campaign happening right now, an underground effort from women to women being shared on stickers in bathrooms, reminding women that their vote is private. The fact that women, especially in Republican-leaning areas, would need to know that they can privately vote against Trump is so revealing. And we talked about this on my podcast this week. And when I raised how disturbing this is and what it says about the current culture of the Republican Party, my friend and colleague, who is a Republican political consultant, wanted to say that I get where you're coming from, but maybe this is sending exactly the wrong message, these stickers. So what do you think? Take a look and judge for yourself. Let's talk about shy Harris voters. Liz Cheney came out in her speech and said, hey, Republicans, it's okay. You can vote for Harris and you don't need to tell anyone. It can be our secret. There's a little bit of chatter going on that maybe there are people, especially in very Trump-leaning areas, that want to vote for Harris, but won't tell pollsters and won't tell their neighbors. And it's sort of the mirror image of the shy Trump voter idea from 2016, which turned out to not really be a thing. This is apparently a thing. Apparently, as part of this push to reach especially Republican women who might need a permission structure to, in private, in secret, vote for Kamala Harris, they're putting up stickers in women's bathrooms saying, you know that your vote is secret. We make so many jokes about Alicia living in my basement. It's because, unlike most Republican leaders, you have a spine and you're willing to stand with your principles and say that the Mad King has no clothes, and you come under attack on social media for that. We're making light of something that is actually terrible. This is literally what they do, like in women's bathrooms. They put up domestic abuse hotline numbers. Like, you know,
Can I weigh in on why I don't like any of this? And I'm going to criticize Harris and Cheney at the same time.
Because it's a bad sign for America, but what else?
No, it's a bad message to women. It's a bad message to women to say, you can do this silently. The message should be women stand up and do what you believe in. I don't know why we're going back 40 years and being like, to your point about domestic violence, women, you can make an anonymous phone call. You can quietly tell this. We don't have to be quiet. And it was a message to win at all costs because, you know, there are people afraid. Look, I get more hate mail in 2024 than I did cumulatively my entire life until 2022. Okay. And that's fine. And I'm in New Hampshire, so I got ways to protect myself, but that's fine. But ladies, do not be afraid. Stand on the rooftop. I don't care if you're a Republican, a Democrat, or an independent. If you want to vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump or whomever that weirdo is that's running in the Libertarian Party, whatever, say it loud and proud. You know who wins when you tell women to be quiet? The people who are the dangerous people. The people who would harm you are the ones who win when you tell women to be quiet. Stop telling women to be quiet about what they believe and feel, and tell them to stand united in whatever that is.
My only comment on this is I don't think the Harris campaign does anything by accident. I'm not disagreeing with you, Alicia. My only point is if they're doing this, they probably have research that suggests that women really do, especially women, really do feel afraid. It's just a sign of where things have gotten to. I think it says more about how scary and fascist the Trump party has become. Don't want to ascribe this to all Republicans, but I mean, look at what's going on right now. The Politico headline this morning was all palace intrigue about the knives are out inside the Trump campaign. Corey Lewandowski is attacking Chris LaCivita, because Chris LaCivita, the Trump campaign manager, had the temerity, the audacity in the wake of the insurrection to retweet posts that said, gee, that was an insurrection. That was his crime in Trump world. And now he's running from it. People are afraid. If you're that afraid within your political movement, it says more about your political movement than it does about the messaging of Harris and Cheney speaking to women who may feel intimidated and afraid. Alicia, maybe you're right. Maybe the thing to do is like collective bravery. I'm just saying that there's something deeply screwed up about the Republican Party right now under Trump.